Hello guys, this is Baydad. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have recently graduated from UofT and I just want to share my thoughts on some of the courses that I've taken. So hopefully you're going to make a better decision when it comes to course selection. So keep watching this video. Well, the first course is CSP 343. I've taken this course in 2019. I don't know how it changed since then. We had two profs. I think the major, like the coordinator and everything, and the first prof that you're gonna see in the course is Dr. Buck, Dr. Leslie Buck. He's a great person. He's a very nice person. The course itself, very straightforward. I don't know how on earth the class average is B minus. I don't know how to explain it. They were trying to actually like help you out with the marks, and I don't know. I got 92%. One side tangent and also a personal story. I got 68% at first on the first midterm. Then I saw how terribly my paper was marked. So I went back to the prof, Dr. Buck, and I showed him, and he was like, "No, you shouldn't get like half a mark in this question. You should get like 4 out of 5 in this." And he not only increased my mark, he also increased the whole class's mark. So he basically boosted my mark from like 68% to like 90%, which is like crazy. But yeah, the course is not tricky. The readings are not 20%. They tell you it's 20%. It's basically 0% of your mark. Just do the lectures, you're gonna do well. The second course is CSP 351 Introductory Virology with Dr. Abu Haidar. This is one of my favorite courses, to be honest. I liked the prof. He was a great person. Okay, when it comes to the course, I'm gonna be super honest with you. Dr. Abu Haidar says, do not go and read the lecture slides. That was my understanding of it. Maybe I was wrong. Let's say that. But the thing is, go to lectures. Study lecture material. Of course, you gotta study lecture material anyways. That's the first thing that you gotta know. And also for this one, I would say go and not memorize, at least know the stuff in the lecture slides, because it is super important. Like he asks detailed questions that might catch you off guard a little, and it might be a surprise for you on the test. I have by the way, he also gives a 10% boost to all of the 5 or 10%. I think 10% for us, which is pretty damn nice. I remember in the first midterm I did terrible. I got like 70%. He boosted me to an 80%. On the second one I got 100. He boosted me to 110. And overall it was fine. I got A+ in the course. And the average is I'll tell you in a second. And the average is B. The class average is B. So it's okay at least. But I will 100% recommend this course. It doesn't come with any lab. I don't like labs that much, so it was a bonus for me. So definitely put that on the list. The other course is MGY 277, Introductory Microbiology. I guess that's what it's called. I got an 89A, which is an A in the course, and the class average was B+. It was a straightforward course. I remember it was an online course, which is a bonus for me because I live pretty far from UofT. It was a pretty. I mean, I think the course load, it could be a little too much at times, but it was very doable in my opinion. I had a 94% average when I went into the test, and I came out at 89. I think I got like 80 or 82% in the final exam. And I also had a lesson there. Get some sleep before the test. I did not sleep for like 30 hours. Like literally, like I think the past 30 hours I got like 10 minutes of sleep, which is now looking back at that, which is very stupid, to be honest. I'm gonna admit, I thought I thought I'm doing some work. I thought I'm like struggling and I'm so driven to get the mark, but at the end of the day, it just turned out to be a disaster. Not a disaster. I mean, like 82% in the final is not that bad, and also I got like A, but it could have been better. But the course in and of itself, it's an okay course. It's something that I do recommend. Here's the thing: I recommend taking it when you're in like third or fourth year. Don't take it at earlier years, so you have a course that's like easier. Sort of say it's not, well, UofT is not easier, but it is at least less challenging, I would say, compared to some of the courses. So save it up for higher years. Another course is Anatomy 301, Human Embryology. I got A plus. The average is B in the course. Well, this course I had the first midterm was okay. I got like 97%, but it just kind of like went down from there. The course itself is pretty straightforward, I would say. It's not that tricky. It is not that tricky, to be honest. The course load in and of itself is too much, to be honest. You have like 4 hours of lecture, and yeah, it could be too much. But if you're willing to put up with that, it's gonna pay off, and you're gonna get a good mark. Another thing, when it comes, I'm not sure should I say this. I'm gonna be politically correct. I'm sure a lot of people love the prof, and she was a great person. I did not. She was an okay person, but it was definitely not one of my favorite profs. When it comes to prof, I 100%, like, for example, I recommend Dr. Lizzie Buck on CSP 343, and also Dr. Abu Haidar in 351. In my opinion, I could connect with them more as a person rather than just go to the class and get a mark. But it's definitely up to you. It's a course that you can do well. It's straightforward. There's nothing tricky in it. It's just memorize and do well. That's my thought on it. The other course that I thought is a good one is CSP 346. This is, I got A plus. The average was A minus. For this one, the prof he's a decent person. He's a good person. The course material is not challenging at all. You have like 2 papers that you got to do, and they were a little challenging. Definitely don't put them for the night before the test. It's not gonna pan out well. Definitely like go over them like 4 or 5 times, and the course material was not challenging at all. And also another, I'm not sure. Probably I can say this because the prof says go and see the previous exams, and definitely go and see the previous exams. It is very similar. You're gonna do yourself a big favor if you have looked over the previous exams. I mean, of course, study lecture material, but yeah, definitely go and take a look at them. It's gonna come in handy. The other course, in 350 and in 340. Those courses, in 350 it is a easier course. At least in my experience, and also my friends told me the same, so I'm gonna go by that. Say in 350 is the easier course. I didn't love the course, to be honest, but it was okay. It was an alright course. I was not an immunology major. I just took it because, I mean, it's just a brute memorization you can get by. I got an 88% on the final, and the class average was B plus. This is for M350. That 88 has actually a story behind it. I did well. They give you 5% bonus, which is great if you go to tutorial. So definitely attend them. I got like a 91% I think overall for my first 2 midterms, and somehow I managed to get like 70% on a final. I don't know what happened there, but it was during COVID and I never saw my paper. But it was an okay course. I 100% recommend it. There are three profs. I don't have any negative things to say about them. They were okay people. I mean, I did not connect with them, but maybe because the class size is just so huge. But it was just brute memorization and also some understanding of the concepts. It's not only brute memorization, to be honest. Another thing is, I know it could be challenge. It could be a hassle to take M350 right after M340, but I do recommend it. I took M340 in 1 year and M350 in the year after that. I have forgotten some of the material, and especially for the first midterm of M350, I think I would have been better off knowing that material going into the midterm. But I mean, at the end of the day, it really doesn't make a huge difference. You can do without, and you can do well if you have taken M340 a while ago. So definitely recommend that course. Another course that is somewhat on an easier side of the story is PCL 102. This is a first year course, and I do recommend taking it at the higher level courses, so you're gonna balance out. Like, you don't want to take all the first year courses in the first year. I know some people did that. Okay, if it's you, I'm sorry. It's not the end of the world. You can get by. But if you haven't taken this course and you have a first year course, just leave it to the later on third and fourth year courses. I got an A+ in the course, and the average is B-. They say you should go to lectures. For this one, I'm gonna say otherwise. Like, you can do without the lectures. You don't have to go to the lectures. Everything is pretty much written on the lecture slides. Just memorize them, and you're gonna get an A or A+. Like, guaranteed. If you couldn't do that, then you're gonna message me and say whatever you want. But this course is a very easy course. It was an okay course. I didn't go to a lot of lectures, but I still managed to do well. So you can too if you have a heavy course load. So definitely take this one. Another course is a CSP 327. I have taken this during COVID, so I haven't had a personal, like, one-on-one in-person interaction with the prof. I cannot make any comments about that, but it was an okay course. There was nothing special about it. It's just memorization, and you're gonna do well. Also, for the like midterms and finals, I gotta say thank you to them. There was nothing like extremely like tricky in the test. Sometimes, especially in UofT, they say one thing, they ask another thing on the final exam. If you're a prof watching this, don't do it. It makes students cry. But they were nice. They never did that. They literally asked whatever that was on the exam, and you can do well. I got 91% on the. I got 91%, which is like A+. The class average is B, so it's an okay course. Definitely consider that one. The other course, HMB 300, it is with Dr. Ju. He's a great person. He's very understanding. We were during COVID, and he extended deadlines. He really was helpful. I mean, the course, the material is very straightforward. You have to do a big assignment, but the team was also a pretty nice person. They're really helpful. I 100% recommend this course. Yeah, I mean, you can do well. I got a 90. I got A+, and the class average is A-. So that tells you something. If the class average is A-, it is easy to do well in the course, and but you have to do the work. At the same time, the course material is somewhat interesting, at least to me. So I thought studying for this was not a hassle, and I liked the course. So definitely consider this one. Another course is anthropology one, anthropology ANT 208. This was a great course. Like, not the best one to be honest, but it was an alright course. I think you get some bonuses here and there. No, you actually get a lot. You actually get like 20%, I think like 10% for tutorials, and it was something like 10 or 20%. You can just get like free marks, but you actually have to go to tutorials, attend them, and also be active in tutorials. I took it during the COVID, so I cannot comment on how's that gonna be through in an in-person experience at UofT. But the course was very doable. I mean, the course material was somewhat interesting. Oh, the readings. They say if you go on internet, they say you gotta know the readings, and the prof is just so strict on the readings. The prof herself says you should do the readings, but I'll tell you from a personal experience, it was pretty nice to do the readings, but you definitely can get by without doing the readings. I mean, get by you can. I got 89. I got A, and the class average was B. You can definitely do that. There was one assignment that you had to do. Try to talk to your TA, because they know way better about the assignment than the prof. I did not get in touch with the prof on a personal level, especially if it was during COVID. She looked like a good person. She was. I would say she's somewhat strict, but she was a really good person, and you can get good mark from this course. So I would 100% recommend it. Guys, before we get to the rest of the video, make sure you like and subscribe. It's gonna help the YouTube algorithm. Another course that I really like was CGH 332. This was a great course. I mean, not only the material. One thing is, like, you have 3 weeks of material, and then you have 3 weeks of material, and you only gotta be tested on the first 3 weeks and the second 3 weeks on the second midterm, and so on. I think the heaviest one was the final, which you had like 4 weeks of material, which is truly a blessing, to be honest, compared to some of the courses that we have to take. The prof was super nice, Dr. Garant. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I'm sorry if it is wrong. She was a great person. She wrote me a letter of recommendation, which was awesome. There was nothing. The third, I think the part before the final, the third part that they talked about techniques, I think that one definitely was the trickiest one, and I didn't do so well on that one. But the rest was fine. Oh, the midterms are like this. You have 20 questions, if I'm not mistaken. 20 questions of that are multiple choice, and then you have like 7 questions, something like that. 7 questions that are like written. For us was topping, because it was during COVID, but it was like a written part, 7 questions, and also 20 questions multiple choice. Both of them add up. There have like overall equal marks, like 20 marks from multiple choice, 20 marks from written one, come together 40 marks, which makes your midterm. But 100% recommended. I got CGH. I got an A+. I got 95%, and the class average is A-. So definitely take this one. Is a great course. HPS 211, one of my favorite courses. I took this course to make it credit, not credit, to be honest with you, at first. But as I went through the course, I started liking it. And also the prof, Dr. Bakery, he's a super nice person. He was a great person. Also the TA, I think for us, at least in our year, it was Gary who was the TA for our course. He was a very nice person. He really helped me out throughout the course. And also, you have one big assignment. Definitely get in touch with TA. If it wasn't due to his tips, I wouldn't have done well on that assignment. I think I got like 96% or something on the assignment, which was incredible. I started the course with a 78% on the first midterm, and I got like 87%, which is an A, and the class average is B. So you can definitely do well in this course, and yeah, keep fighting for the mark. By the way, the reading is somewhat important for this course. I didn't do the readings as much. I just studied lecture material. But if you have time and you can somehow jam and cram all of that material in your head, definitely do. Is gonna pay off for a couple of marks. But you can get away with only doing lectures at the time. So, but at the end of the day, I 100% recommend this course. It's a great course. Take it. The other course is CSV 353. Dr. Yushika, I think, hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. She's a very nice person. She's a great person. The course itself, it's not like super heavy, to be honest. It is doable. There are readings in this course, and they are important when it comes to the midterm. For the first midterm, I think I got like 100%, but to be honest, I didn't have that much time. Oh, there's also one small assignment. That's like 20% of your mark. I didn't do so well on that, but you can do that like in 1 day or 2 day, if you can afford it, if you have done well on the midterms. And I got 85, and the average for the class is a B plus. So it's a good course. I mean, B plus for a third year in UofT. To me, it's a good course. I recommend it, and yeah, take it. Well, HMB 470. This if you're a health and disease major, I 100% recommend this course. It is okay. I'll be honest. The course load is somewhat heavy, but it is doable. It is very doable. Dr. Richards, he's a doctor himself in UofT, and for some reason he believes we are all kinesiology students and know anatomy. Yeah, there's also a physics portion. I like physics, but it caught me a little off guard for the test. It was a little challenging, but overall I would say it is a course that I do recommend. I think compared to the other fourth year courses, in this course you can do well. I got 85, which is like an 8, and the class average is B plus. One more thing about the class average is that he makes sure the class average is B plus. In the first midterm, we got like 68% as a class average, and he boosted everyone's mark to make it B plus. So that is pretty nice. There's also one assignment that you got to do, is a very big assignment. Make sure you're gonna start that well in advance, because I started that like a week before the test. I thought I did somewhat well. I got like 82%, which is okay. I'm not complaining, but compared to the effort that I put into that assignment, I thought like for other courses I could have done like 85 or 90%, which shows the assignment is somewhat, I don't want to say tricky, is somewhat heavy, and you have to do a lot of proofreading and a lot of research. So make sure you start on that assignment very early on.